Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is James, and today we're going to be talking about the next Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies map. It actually might be Atlantis. Now, I know I was talking about it maybe being a underground catacombs map. Had a lot of proof of that one. Definitely go check out that video. It'll be on screen right now. But after doing a lot of research and compiling a bunch of information, it actually seemed pretty practical that the next map might actually be Atlantis, or a future map might be Atlantis or underwater. I have a lot of information, so make sure to stay tuned for the full video while we go over all this so you can get a full understanding and grasp on the topic. Now, a giant indication, a giant red flag that there might be a next map underwater or in Atlantis was something I should have realized earlier. There's a bunch of quotes on Transit from Stuhlinger. One is when he's talking to another player when they pull a powerful wonder weapon out of the mystery box, and he says, "Now that's a score, that supernatural box from Atlantis must like you." Gee, what is that supposed to mean? That's pretty direct reference on Atlantis. Also, Stuhlinger says when the box moves or gives a bad weapon, that box of lies comes right from the Bermuda Triangle. That also indicates a water map. Now, last but not least, right when you get a max ammo, Stuhlinger sometimes says, "I got enough bullets for everyone in Atlantis." Now, all these quotes can be found in the Green Run game from Stuhlinger, and they're all mentioning Atlantis either in a direct or indirect way. Now, we already know about the torn pages theory. I showed it in the last video, and how the pages in the loading screen torn show previous and upcoming pages. And you notice in the corner, a lot of people were thinking that's either a film wheel or some type of, something from underground. Now, looking at it, it looks very similar to a water valve wheel or something else that could be used to track water or move water in large pipes. Showing some more images on screen, it definitely looks like a water wheel. It could also be a film wheel, but it also could be a water wheel. Now, also moving on to Die Rise, you notice the little monkeys that come out, the jumping jacks so-called. They actually have amphibian-like characteristics. They have web hands, armpits, and they also kind of make a frog sound. If you look closely on the characters, you can see they have like these webbed hands and webbed armpits, kind of hinting that they might be from an underwater. Something's underwater. They came from underwater. Now, also, moving on to something else from Die Rise at the Who's Who machine. We all looked at the Who's Who machine a lot, but we've never really noticed too much about it. If you look around, there's actually a life preserver wrapped around it. Maybe that could be saving a life. Maybe it's a metaphor or something like that. But it also could be used as something like the machine would be floating in water. Maybe this new map will have machines floating in water. Also, there's like a dome helmet on top, like a breathing apparatus, a breathing thing that you doesn't use underwater. That also could be hinting that, this machine is underwater. Also, when you go up in the Who's Who, you actually appear underwater. Your vision's all distorted. You have like a weird face, goggles on. There's water pouring all over you while playing the awesome Who's Who song. That might also be another theory that Who's Who maybe is an underwater perk, and we're getting a bit of a hint for what the next map is about. Now, Jimmy, a Zombies developer, also tweeted out that rank is not a ladder, but more a boat to keep afloat. He made this tweet about boats, ladders, water, and all that stuff, and he is a developer for Zombies. Sure, this can also just be a random tweet talking about boats and water, but this can also be referring to the 3 separate ships lost, supposedly, in the Bermuda Sea Triangle, and they're supposedly sunken by German U-boat attacks, but the Germans never claimed to do anything with them. The boats are just claimed to disappear. No one ever heard from any of the crew members or anything. This could maybe talk about that, what's going on in there. And, we've also never had an underwater map before. This could make sense. Now, a theory about the new wonder weapon is there's actually this infrasound gun being prototyped. It was actually a few years ago, it was around the 1950s and 1960s, and it can affect people's whole bodies. It was the sound gun, and it could be used underwater. It was actually under serious investigation by the military, and it was researched by a bunch of people, basically largely the Navy and NASA, and it could convert people's internal organs to basically jelly. Now, the developer of it supposedly patented everything, and it was the basis of some secret government program into infrasonic weapons that could work underwater. And this could definitely qualify as an acoustic weapon if you believe easily accessible web references. Now, however, I started digging deeper and deeper and found out that this did exist. All this was true, and he actually only writ a few minor papers, the developer of this gun, and they described a few little human exposure to low frequency sound and how it could actually basically kill people if, at a big enough amount. But none of these supposed patents existed. There is a bunch of information. There's a lot of controversy on this topic. That's really all I have for that. I know I had recently uploaded a video talking about that, how the next map was going to be in the catacombs, and a whole theory for that. But this theory also seems pretty likely. Even if Paris catacombs or Atlantis is not the next map, it definitely might be coming in the future. That's really all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you stuck through it. If you did, great job. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you didn't, that's alright too. Also, keep in mind I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers. That's about it, and have a great day.
They don't need you to press the subscribe button. Click to watch the videos now. Das ist wunderbar. Wunderwaffel. Sprechen Sie durch. Das ist scheiße.
Entry entry 7410, perhaps this station will hold the key to the real goals of Group 935. I still do not trust my unconventional allies.